All right, gang, we are back here with another fun one. This is Abzan midrange. Another deck that I just kind of picked out a bunch of cards I really wanted to play. The first one is this Chevill, the Bane of Monsters. I played him a little bit a couple months ago when he came out, and he's deceptively good. The fact that he has Death Touch is most of the time he can trade with other creatures, and he also draws you cards, which is great. And then the incidental 3 life is helpful against those red matchups. Another big one is the Scavenging Ooze. I love playing this in Modern, so in Standard it's going to be even more fun. And then I wanted to play with this Pseudo Vindicate. I think that it's going to be extremely powerful with all the Planeswalkers, and then it's just solid creature removal too. And then finally we have Garruk, Cursed Huntsman. I really like this card. I think that it probably would be more suited at like 5 mana, but it's really nice to just lay it down, make 2 wolves, and kind of go from there. Or it's removal over and over again. And then the sideboard we have just some regular stuff, nothing too crazy. Elder Gargaroth. This card might end up being in the main. I don't know. It has a lot of text on it, but we'll see. We'll see where the deck takes us. Once again, it's pretty fluid. We can change cards in and out. Solemn Simulacrum, that's another card I really want to play with, and what better than like a green-black X shell. Alright, so we're going to run through a couple of matches, and we'll see how well it does. Alright, let's get queued for some games. And then there's the Heartless removal, the 2-drop Heartless something, where kill something that has no counters or remove all the counters. I'm thinking that might be some solid removal, but who knows. There's a lot of things that put counters on different cards. So this hand, it's not too exciting, but I mean, honestly, what else more do you want from a rock deck? Removal and then some value. I'm going first, so. We have our Vindicates for whatever they want to play. Luris, so we're playing an aggressive deck. This will be much easier now that Luris does not just come into play. They have to put it into their hand first before they play it. So I expect a bunch of 1 and 2s here, which we can, on 3 we can turn on our Vindicates. So nothing super threatening here. Just a bunch of 1-drops. Let's go ahead and... So this is an interesting one. This is going to protect something in the future, but this is pro multicolored. So I think that this is going to do more damage in the long term. Maybe not, because it's only a 1/1. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this. That way, next turn, if they play something, much more detrimental, we can just Vindicate that and move on. This is what, CMC 2 or less? Each permanent card, yeah, so their spells and, their instant and sorceries can be 3 or more. Not 100% sure what they're thinking about, maybe whether they want to sack it to protect the serpent, I'm not sure. They might just be AFK. Alright, easy enough. Vindicate. Too strong. So we're playing a weenie deck. Let's bring in the Grasps, definitely Cry of the Carnarium, Erebos's Intervention. Oh yeah, there we go. Kaya's pretty sweet in this situation because it exiles CMC's 1 or less. Let's go ahead and get rid of our top end. We'll get rid of a Garruk. These Conqueror's Deaths. This one has the ability to kill Luris, so I'm kind of interested in that. else do we have? Maybe we do just cut all our... We're going to cut a land, so let's go ahead and shave the Castle Locthwain. We'll just get rid of both Garruks. This other Elspeth Conquers Death. Yeah. And then, what's our last cut here? Probably... I like all the removal. Because our first 3 turns, we're just going to cast removal, 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 and then play something. So probably the weakest card is the 4th Questing Beast. Yeah, let's go with this. Gargaroth might have been a thought because he gains us the life, but we'll see. There's might be merit to the fact that there's too much spot removal in the main board, but I don't want to be at 5 life with a Garruk in my hand or a Conqueror's Death when that could have just been a Doomblade. Maybe our deck really confused me. I had no idea what to do. Abzan midrange, what are you going to do? Just mono removal. Those recent bans really make mid-range much more playable, so I'm so excited. I think I want to do like a Mardu deck with Kroxa. Kroxa is one of my favorite cards, at least in Standard right now. I think that might be the next shell I build, some kind of Mardu something. Just like Mardu Attrition. It was a double Masters comes out this weekend. I can't wait to open some of those packs. I really want to draft the VIP edition. I want to do double Masters pack, VIP edition pack. I think that would be awesome. But I think that there's 12 or so lands in the VIP edition pack, so you just have to cut those out. The issue with coronavirus is that drafting is not the drafting doesn't have perfect conditions because you're touching cards and passing them around. So I might just have to do it with friends and go from there. Well, I do not know exactly what our opponent is doing. Oh, well, might just be getting the free win. Win is a win, I suppose. We'll get that rank up to Mythic, and then we'll get down to Ranked, and then we can start really tuning our decks and playing against the meta. All right, easy enough. Game 1 is in the books. Nothing really to take away from that. Ooh, got that rank up, though. Almost to gold. So, let's get this next game lined up, and see if we can get 3 whole games out of it. What did we get? Oh, freebooter. Cool. All right, game 2. I think I want to build a flash deck too after this. I want to do like a Mardu mid-range and then like a flash deck. I'm sure there's a lot of templates out there too for flash decks. Be pretty easy just to build off of that. This hand's not super exciting, but we can cycle the Triome, so I think it's keepable. We can play the Chevill on two. Chevill, the Bane of the Monsters. He has a kind of a sweet animation too when he comes down. And we get to scry too, so. So we can, ooh, Elspeth. I think we're going to keep that. At this point, we just want spells. So we can go Swamp to play Chevill. And then next turn we go Plains, so we can cast Elspeth on 4. Or no, we go no, because I think we're going to cycle the Triome. Maybe not now. Let's go ahead and attack in, get our 1 point of damage. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Yeah, that Casualty of War is going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and just play the Triome. Yeah, we could play Scavenging Ooze. They're either going to be playing like a blue-green ramp or they're playing Flash. Oh, Essence Scatter. So blue-green Flash it is. Okay, so we can... They could have a Sinister Sabotage. They could play Neutralize. So let's just go ahead and play this Elspeth into whatever they have. It's not terrible because, yeah, there we go. So we can make 2/1/1s. That's fine. Elspeth's gonna die, but we can play it later on. Brazen Borrower .deck. So Shatter will be good at 1 point. 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and replay Chevill. The Triome, so we can get our 6th land for Casualties of War, and then we'll get some damage in. Spectral Sailor's fine. There's their 4th land. So we're probably going to end up killing this Sailor first, since it's going to draw them some cards. I am a little bit afraid of Nightpack Ambusher or Frilled Mystic here, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and attack, see if they play anything. Well, at this point, I think we need to just keep playing stuff. So land, creature, let's kill the creature, and then the land. So hopefully no Frilled Mystic. Rewind. Ugh. That's also pretty good for them. Cast their Borrower. The benefit is, though, that we get to play Shatter the Sky next turn, so that's alright, I guess. Fabled Passage, that's fuel for Elspeth. Let's see what they got. They're thinking about playing something before I can attack. So our turn is going to be Shatter, and then hopefully this resolves. He's going to draw a card, awesome. We get to draw off of the bounty. Ooh, that's a good one. So let's go ahead and fill up the graveyard a little bit for our Elspeth. So we can play this Elspeth now if we want to. I think I am kind of interested in that. Well, if we play this, yeah, let's go ahead and play the Elspeth. What have I done here? Oh, it's only a 4. Okay, that makes sense. We'll leave the creature. We leave a creature in for future Scavenging Oozes. Let's go go ahead and make 2 1/1s. We have this Triome to cycle at some point. Okay, Ambushers definitely good for them because it gets around our Vraska. So they left one on top. That's also a little bit scary. We're just going to go ahead and chump. We'll keep our Elspeth alive. Solemn. So that's not terrible. They're at 8. They're at 8. So let's just go ahead and make some 1/1s. We're going to go ahead and play our Solemn. And then we're going to play Vraska. And I think we're going to sack a land to draw a card. Depending, unless they play something here. If they play like a Frilled Mystic. Ice and Scatter, that's fine. Let's go ahead and play Vraska. So a thought here is to kill the wolf. I think we're going to have too many bombs in our deck to... We have better hits. Okay, another Solemn is fine. Another, if we can resolve a Shatter, that'd be good too. And as long as they're, you know, if they're not progressing more to the board, other than these 3/3s every turn, we should be all right. And then we can triple block here, but get blown out if they have a. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So we'll block and block. We'll just chump block. Keep our planeswalkers alive. Ooh, Polukranos. This is great because it actually can fight this Night Pack Ambusher. So let's go ahead. Well, first things first, let's try and resolve it. If they have an Essence Scatter, that'd be terrible. But it's not the end of the road. Ooh, that's a good one. So, counterspell, return. Oh no, they're returning my Vraska, aren't they? Ugh. Yeah, this just might be game over because they can make a copy of that. Yeah, that's for 6 mana though. I mean that is a lot for 6 mana. So we can still draw. So we can block and take 13. No, we cannot. That's the game. Night Pack Ambusher, too good. So what do we want to do here? We want the Grasps. We want to mess with their hand a little bit. A little bit more removal's fine. Casualties of War is a little weak. What else we want to take out here? The Solemn felt a little weak. The Conqueror's Death gets a lot of their stuff. I like the Shatter in there. Let's go ahead and shave another one off the top end. We need, what, 2 more cards to go. Let's get rid of a Vraska and Tolsimir's alright. Gets rid of like some of their flyers. Let's get rid of one of these questing beasts. Alright, good to go. See if this does any better. Man, this hand does not look very good. Yeah, let's see if we can do better. This is a little bit better. So we'll put a Scavenging Ooze on the bottom. The only bad thing, though, is that we don't have the black for Chevill. That's alright. Let's get a Skews into play. Here we go. Swamp. Oh man, that's not what we wanted to see. Yeah, that's fine. We'll trade here. We need, we need them to be slowing down. We don't want them to have fast mana because we're not really doing much here for another couple of turns. That's fine. Awesome. Okay, there's the Triome. So we can play Polukranos next turn. No, well, let's go ahead. No, so we're going to play Chevill. We can get with this. This comes into play tap, so we cannot play Polukranos. That's fine. That's not fine. Enters tapped. So at this point, Shatter would be very good, but Elspeth. Do we care about this? So I think I just want to get Polukranos down. Start fighting his creatures. Because like if they have like an opposing Night Pack Ambusher, it'll be very, very good right now. Yeah, that's not what they do, so. Oh man, and the Brazen Borrower? Man, there's just, I don't know, there's just nothing I can do. Nothing you can do when they curve out, because it's a little rough. Especially, and I miss my land, so. I could make 1/1s from Elspeth, but no, that's it, that's the game. So I guess technically we're 1-1 even though we were given the first match, so let's go ahead into our third game, see if we can do a little bit better. I was thinking that the flash deck was going to give us a little bit of a problem. But I don't know. The more I think about it, it shouldn't be too bad. It's just their curve was much better than our curve, which is typically wins you games. The Chevill guy, actually, he probably actually isn't that good in the matchup because the way the bounty counters work, and they're kind of like playing at they're playing all their cards at instant speed. So this is definitely a mulligan. Well, if this was a 7, I'd mulligan it, but let's go ahead and keep. We'll ship one of these lands. So let's go ahead. We want to keep the swamp. Yeah, we'll get rid of plains. So Triome. Well, at least we could play Chevill on 2. That's a plus. And so if they play a creature, and then we can vindicate it with this. Okay, cool. This has flash, not death touch. See, oh yeah, I really like that animation. It's pretty cool. Or are they gonna bounce it back to my hand? They're gonna kill it with the Heartless something, Heartless Mind. Awesome. Okay, so they let us untap. So let's go ahead. We'll leave up our Vindicate because we don't want them to. We really want to use this on their turn, so that way they're using up all their mana on their turn. But if they do cast something, yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill this to draw a card. Slow them down a little bit. I'm going to cycle through our deck some. We don't have any counter spells, but them letting them be played a little bit cheaper is kind of helpful to them. Drown the Lock, that's fine. We get to play Solemn here. We would love to do that. Let's go ahead and get a swamp. So next turn we can play land cycle. We can activate one of our castles. With questing beast. Let's go. So, what are we afraid of here? Not much. Let's play questing beast. See what they got. Ooh, erasure. I like this card too. So now we can no longer play any questing beasts. Let's go ahead and attack, see what they do. Okay, they did not want to trade. We'll take our beats. Ooh, Vraska, that's a good one. Let's go ahead and let's get this Vraska in play. They got another Ashiok's Erasure. So this isn't super scary because we play the Vindicates. Ooh, Drown the Lock. And we have 4 cards in our bin. Oh man, that's fine. Our highest CMC is 6, so we're gonna go ahead and keep the Triome in hand so we can cycle it later. This is what, there's 8 cards? Yeah, 8 in their graveyard. So we're just trading chip damage here and there. They're down to 2 cards. Ooh, there's another Chevill. Let's go ahead and attack. So this guy's a little bit threatening here because he's the 1/3 Death Touch, which, you know, kills both of his guys. Awesome. So that resolves, and then now we can cycle our Triome or cast this Heartless Act. There it is. Heartless Act is what I was trying to look for. Oh man, yeah, that guy. Nothing much we can really do there. They can go ahead and cast the Borrower. If they cast the Borrower, that's fine. So we'll let this resolve, and then we're going to kill it with the Heartless Act. We do not want them drawing cards because now they're hellbent. So, and then we have some action back here with our lands. We do have 8 cards in our bin now, so this guy's powered up, which is okay. We'll play our Chevill. We're going to go ahead and cycle this now in case we hit a land. We did not, which is fine. And then we can cycle this Triome next turn. Going to attack with our Simulacrum, get them down to 9. They're probably going to flash in this Brazen Borrower. Oh, another one of those. Oh, that's good, that's good. That was a good draw on their side. Yep. So what do we want here? Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and block here. Not certain what they could, what they could play in response. Or they're just trying to force 6 damage through. Oh, you monster. So we can go ahead and play Vraska. We'll kill their Slitherwisp. Oh man. And not playing this land many turns ago. Ugh. Alright, that's the game. They have enough there to defeat us. Alright, so what do we want here? They're playing a lot of X2, so I think this Cryolocranarium is going to be good. I do want to mess with their hand a little bit. Ooh, this Knight of Autumn is going to be good against those Ashiok's Erasures. It's looking like that's probably it. I didn't see a whole lot of counter magic, so what do we want to do here? We'll cut 2 Questing Beasts. We'll cut one of these Chevills. Casualties. Seeing as they play Enchantment, I think that might be pretty good. Let's shave a Simulacrum, and then One last card. We'll go down another Chevill. All right. All right, let's see if we can get a win. This hand looks good. This hand looks good, so we can go get the second green from this Fabled Passage for Questing Beast. And then go Swamp, Scavenging Ooze. They have the... Oh, no duress. They get Heartless Act. Not a complete whiff. Scavenging Ooze. They got the 2-mana 2/2 flash guy that makes flash stuff cheaper. Drown the Lock, not bad. So, what we're going to do, we're going to shock this in because we want to play this skews and eat cards out of our graveyard so it makes their Drown the Locks worse. So we do take the 2 damage, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. So, oh man, yeah, so see how there's 3 cards, it's 2 or less. We are still going to eat it. We want your graveyard. We'll gain the life back. So future Drown the Locks will be a little bit worse. Awesome. So this is good news. We'll pay 2 to play Questing Beast. Hit them for 4. It having haste is really good because they are the bounce spells. The like Brazen Borrower. So we don't have double white for this Shatter yet. Alright, so he's going to target himself to give it Death Touch, so we're going to just go ahead and destroy this creature. Awesome. Alright, game 3. So what do we want here? Do we want these Gargaroths? I don't think so. I think these other. No, it has reach. Let's get that. Yeah, let's switch our top end around a little bit. We're gonna play the Gargaroths. They're a little bit cheaper and they do a little bit more, and they have reach. So I think they're kind of what we want. This hand looks good. We get to play our Chevill on 2. And then our a Cry Exile, so it's not the same. But still lets us start putting bounty counters on stuff. So, I mean, if they have Essence Scatter, that would kind of suck. That's fine. I mean, we get to go up our curve pretty nicely. Let's go ahead and put this into play first in case they have instant speed creature. We can go ahead and kill it. What are we afraid of? That Slither Wisp? Yeah, that could be a good resolution for them. Let's see. Otherwise, no. Let's just go ahead and get some more pressure in play. Yeah, that's a good decision because they didn't play anything, so let's see. Let's go ahead and attack. They left up 4 mana maybe for that Ashiok card, Ashiok's Erasure. What do we want to do? I think we just want to leave up our removal. So we'll let this resolve, and then whenever you cast, let's go ahead and try and kill it in response. They might have, or well, that's a black card. Spectral Sailor, that's fine. So they'll still get to cantrip there. If we can hit another forest off the top, we can play Garroth. It's going to be fire. Come on. Come on. And then if this Chevill gets to survive, we can bounty counter this. And then whenever the day comes that we kill it. So in hindsight, we should have not paid the green for this, because then we could have ate the card out of our own graveyard. All right, forest on top. It wouldn't have mattered. So let's go ahead and put this on. The Sailor is probably going to be the card. Yes, there we go. So let's go ahead, pay 2. We'll play Gargaroth. So Brazen Borrow would be like a good... a good play for them, because they can bounce the Gargaroth back to my hand. And then maybe counter it on the way back down, but this is when he blocks too. Oh man, so they can't even attack. So if they don't have Brazen Borrower, oh, there we go. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go to attacks and see what happens. Let's draw a card. The other option would be make a 3/3, but I think I want cards. I want removal. Because we don't need to really gain the life, because we have the Knight of Autumn if we ever need it. Let's go ahead and play the castle. We'll probably cycle this. It's not time to cry, I don't think. Or maybe it is. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and cry the Carnarium, because their plan might be just to draw a card. Yeah. This puts them pretty far behind, because they are at 6. And if this resolves, if they just draw a card, okay, cool, that's fine. That's great, because I'm not really too worried about resolving this. And actually, the Knight of Autumn can put it back into our hand. Is that what we want to do? Because Knight of Autumn will die to the Cry of Carnarium. But this also puts 2 more power into play. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Awesome. So, literally 5 mana over there. So they weren't able to kill the Gargaroth last turn. Are they going to be able to do it this turn? They are not. So, let's go ahead and attack. There we go. Got it. Oh, man, Gargaroth. Maybe that card should just be in the main. Oh, man. I mean, it has a lot of text on that card. Yeah, and it's not legendary either. Yeah, I think that card should be in the main. All right, let's see what we got here. Just an uncommon. So let's take a peek back at the deck. All right, so let's look at this if we put the Gargaroths in. So if we had Gargaroths in the main, maybe if I hit the right buttons. All right, so if we had those in the main, what would we replace? So I do like the one Tolsimir. We could probably move one of these Vraskas to the board. Probably shave a Solemn. And then I don't know if we want the 4th Questing Beast. There's a lot less Planeswalkers that exist out there. So I think maybe it looks a little bit better there. So, man, those Gargaroth, oh man. And it's on 5. Yeah, I think this guy should definitely be in the main. So something probably like this, maybe a little bit more a little bit more. We need more things for flash. So maybe more Agonizing Remorse. Yeah, so updated, probably something a little bit more like this. Yeah, I can dig it. Awesome. All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also visit our website icgstore.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.